Guys, welcome back to my channel, and today's video is going to be a review and swatch video. This is going to be on the new Too Faced Semi-Sweet Chocolate Bar Palette, which looks like this. This is the outside. This is the box that the palette came in. So it just says Semi-Sweet Chocolate Bar Palette at the front and shows the colors at the back. Now I wanted to do a review on this palette because a lot of people have been bashing this palette here on YouTube, and I don't think that it's as bad as they're making it to be. Now they might not be as pigmented as you want them to be, but let me tell you, if you want high pigmentation, then go ahead and buy some pigments. That's all I'm gonna say. These are dry shadows, so don't expect them to be in your face pigmented. They are very blendable, very smooth, very soft. Yes, there is a few shadows that are not as pigmented, but you can work around that with bases and primers and stuff like that. So stop bashing this palette. I own the first palette and I love this palette. There's no doubt in my mind that this is by far my favorite palette out of all the palettes that I own. I don't know why everyone is bashing. I actually think that these two palettes are very similar in texture, in blendability, in pigmentation. I think they're very, very similar. So why are these people coming on here and bashing this palette? I don't know. If you love the first palette, which is the original chocolate bar palette, then I think you will love the new one. The new one is more warm tones and the old one is more cooler tones. If you are a subscriber to my channel, you will know that I really love the chocolate bar palette. I did do a bunch of tutorial using this palette, so I can link that below and you can go and check that out. Now the look that I'm wearing today is a tutorial that I just did using the Semi-Sweet Chocolate Bar Palette, and in this tutorial you will see that I use two of the colors that everyone is pretty much bashing, which is the blue one right here and the pink one, which is called Pink Sugar. So I use both of these colors to show you that they can work. They're not as bad as people are saying. So I'll just show you a quick side by side of the palettes. So the top palette is the new palette and the bottom one is the first one. So yeah, that pretty much, as you can see, the new one, which is at the top, is very warmer and the bottom one is more cooler. If you like a lot of brown shadows, then I would suggest the Semi-Sweet palette because there's a lot more warmer browns in here, and a lot more browns actually. And if you like cooler shadows, cooler browns with more pops of color, then I'll suggest the original chocolate bar palette. I don't have a problem or any complaints about this palette. I actually love it just as much as I love the original, and I think it's exactly the same. I'm gonna be honest, I think it's exactly the same. So I don't know why people are saying that it's not. Whatever, that's their opinion. This is my opinion. It's up to you to listen to whoever you wish to listen to and go ahead and purchase a palette. Do I think you need both of these palettes? No, but I do love the original one, and that's why I was like, I had no doubt in my mind that I would love the second one as well. So that's why I went ahead and got the other one. If you were to choose between the two, it depends. Like I said, the first one is more cooler tone, the second one is more warmer tone. If you like more warmer shadows, then this one is for you. If you like more cooler tone shadows, then this one is for you. But overall, if you really are debating, I would suggest the first one because I really love the first one a lot. And a good thing that they did with the new palette is, as you can see, they actually printed the names on the palette itself above each shadow, which in the first one came with this annoying plastic sheet which everyone is complaining about. It is kind of annoying to have it in there, but that is the new improvement. Other than that, They're exactly the same width, same style. The palette is made the same way. The only difference is the color. So I am going to show you some swatches of this new palette. So this is the palette. Isn't it gorgeous? It's very warm tone, and I think it's very suitable for darker, medium to darker skin tone. So that's what I love about this palette. So yeah, so I will start a swatch from the top one here, go back that way, come down, go back. So that's how I'm going to swatch this palette. So this is the first shadow in the palette, and this one is called Licorice. So that is Licorice swatched on my arm. Coconut Cream, and this is it swatched on the finger. And this is it swatched on the arm. So that is Coconut Cream. It's called Nougat or Nugget, however you want to pronounce it. And this is Nougat swatched on the arm. The next color is called Truffled. So that's it swatched on the arm, on the finger. And this is it swatched on the arm, on the back of my hand. So that's Truffled. The next color is called Hot Fudge, and this is it swatched on the finger. And this is it swatched on the back of my hand. So these are the first 5 colors in the top row of the palette. Cocoa Chili, which is one of my favorites in the palette because it's a dark brown. It's a dark brown with specks of gold glitter in it. I don't know if you guys can see it. This camera is not focusing, but I hope you're seeing it. Are you seeing the I hope you're seeing the glitters inside of the shadow. So this is it on the back of the hand. As you can see, you're seeing the gold glitter in it. It's a very beautiful shadow. So the next shadow is one that is being bashed a lot here on YouTube. It's here on my ring finger. I know you can barely see it, but this shadow, I don't believe that it was made to be used on its own. It was made to be used as a top coat kind of shadow. So that's what it looks like on the finger. Again, it's on the ring finger. And this is it swatched on the back of my hand. It's more like glitter, so I hope you can see that. The next shadow is called Pudding, and this is a very dark brown shadow, and this is it swatched on the back of my hand. Next shadow is called Blueberry Swirl, which is also another shadow from the palette that everyone seemed to be very disappointed about, but it can be buildable and you can work around it, so I don't see the big deal about this shadow. I actually love this color. So this is one swipe of the shadow, and I'm going to show you two swatches of the shadow. just to show you how buildable the shadow can be. And I'm sure it can intensify more in this if you build it up. Shadow is called Peanut Butter, and it's on this finger right here, and it's very close to my skin tone, so I hope when I swatch it on the back of my hand that you can see it. But this is a beautiful color for the crease. So this is peanut butter swatched on the back of my hand. So that is peanut butter right next to blueberry swirl. So this is the top row of the palette, and this is the second row. Frosting. This is also another beautiful color, and this is it swatched on the back of the hand. So that's frosting swatched on the back of the hand. So it's next to peanut butter, just next to blueberry swirl. So again, this is the second row, and this is the first row. First shadow in the last row of the palette is called Rum Raisin, and this is what it looks like. And this is it swatched on the back of my hand. Yes, nice color. So that's Rum Raisin. Next color is called Mousse. There's mousse right there. That is Rum Raisin, and that is Mousse. The next color is called Caramel, which is a gold color in the palette. So that is Caramel. The next color, which is on my ring finger, it's called Bon Bon. And this is Bon Bon swatched. Bon Bon swatched on the back of my hand. And the last color, which is the second highlight color in the palette, is called Butter Pecan. And this is Butter Pecan swatched on the back of my hand. This Butter Pecan right there. This is the top row of the palette. This from this brown hair go back is the second row in the palette, and these are the bottom shadows of the palette. So this is what the palette looks like. These are the colors, and I hope that this review / swatch video was helpful to someone, and that it helped you to decide whether or not you should get the palette. In my opinion, the palette is great. It's comparable to the first one, and I don't see any reason why not to get it. So until my next video, I will see you guys later. Bye.